Hi everyone. Today I'm gonna talk about FTA, which is a free trade agreement. So a free trade agreement is a treaty between two or more countries to reduce or eliminate trade barriers such as tariffs, import quotas, and export restrictions to boost trade and investment. FTAs help expand market access, create jobs, and strengthen economic relations. So setting up a context, India, the world's largest economy, has signed 13 FTAs with countries like ASEAN, Japan, South Korea, and the UAE, and six preferential trade agreements. Yet our FTA utilization rate is barely 25%. Why? Because India has often played it safe, hesitant to open its market, fearing cheap imports. In 2019, India walked away from RCEP, which is Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, the world's largest trade bloc, worried about a flood of Chinese goods. Meanwhile, competitors like Vietnam and Bangladesh are aggressively signing FTAs, capturing markets that could have been India's. So, talking about the historical context, India's FTA strategy over time. So, pre 1991, India followed a closed economy. India followed an import substitution model, relying on high tariffs and trade restrictions to protect domestic industries. FTAs were not even considered. Post 1991, it was an economic liberalization. With reforms opening the economy, India signed its first FTA with Sri Lanka, in 1998, followed by agreements with Asian countries in 2009, and then with Japan in 2011, and finally with South Korea in 2010. In 2010s, there was a slowdown in FTA's expansion. Despite some successful FTAs, India hesitated to sign major deals like RCEP in 2019 due to concerns over competition from China and dairy imports from New Zealand. Now, talking about some recent developments, a renewed push. Realizing the need for trade expansion, India signed FTAs with the UAE and Australia in 2022 and is now negotiating with the UK, EU, and GCC to regain lost ground. So, what are some key challenges and what's holding India back for signing the FTAs? So, first one is a fear of import surge. Industries fear foreign competition, especially in manufacturing and agriculture. Second one is bureaucratic red tape. Trade negotiation drag on for years. Third one is poor infrastructure and high cost, like slow ports, expensive logistics, and power shortages increase export costs. Finally, is the geopolitical uncertainty. Trade wars and shifting global alliances add unpredictability. So, what can be the solution? Like, how can India enhance their free trade agreement with the different countries and initiate their trades with the different countries? To maximize the FTA benefit, India must act strategically, like expand FTAs with high growth markets, focus on UK, EU, GCC, and Africa to reduce dependency on the US and China. We can also enhance the domestic competitiveness, invest in manufacturing, technology, and skilling to ensure India can compete globally. Third can be the fast track trade negotiation, cut red tape and build expert negotiation teams. Import and fourth one is the import export improve export infrastructure like upgrading the ports, supply chain, and digital trade to reduce cost. And final one can be the support MSMEs and startup in India. Like many small businesses don't even know how to use FTAs. So training and incentives can change that. So talking about the vision forward, what's at the stake? If India successfully implement these reforms, the impact will be massive. Export could cross $1 trillion by 2030. Millions of new jobs will be created, and India will finally dominate the global supply chain in electronics, textile, and green energy. The world is moving fast, and India can't afford to be a spectator. It's time to act, negotiate, and lead, turning FTAs into our biggest economic weapon. So that's it for today.